I ran a paternity test on my daughter just to prove my wife wrong. The results came back, and I'm not the father. My wife Danielle had this thing where she constantly needed to claim credit for everything good about our 4-year-old daughter Emma. Every single accomplishment, every cute quirk, every milestone had to trace back to her side of the family somehow. When Emma started drawing these surprisingly detailed pictures of animals and houses, Danielle wouldn't shut up about it. Emma draws just like my brother did at that age, she'd say, showing off the drawings to anyone who'd listen. She definitely inherited my creative genes. My whole family is artistic. I just nod and smile because honestly, who cares where a kid's talent comes from? But Danielle cared a lot. It became her favorite topic at family gatherings. She'd hold up Emma's latest crayon masterpiece and launch into stories about how her side of the family was always the creative one. Her mom would chime in with memories of Danielle's childhood artwork. Her brother would mention his graphic design career. It was like they were trying to write me out of Emma's DNA entirely. Then one night at dinner with her parents, Danielle crossed a line I didn't even know existed. We were sitting around their dining table, and Emma had just finished drawing a picture of their dog. Everyone was fawning over it when Danielle said, "It's funny how Emma didn't get anything from your side. She's all mine, really." The table went quiet for a second. Her mom jumped in with, "Rachel was the same way growing up. So gifted from birth. It definitely runs in our family." Her dad nodded along, and they all looked at me like I was just the delivery guy who dropped off their granddaughter. I tried to laugh it off, but something about the way she said it bothered me. The smugness in her voice. The way she'd completely erased my contribution to our daughter's existence. So I said, half joking, "Want me to run a DNA test to prove she's actually mine?" The reaction was instant. Danielle's face went completely white. Her fork clattered against her plate. For about 3 seconds, nobody said anything. Then she recovered, forced a laugh, and said, "Go ahead. Won't change the fact she's nothing like you." Her parents laughed too, but I caught something in Danielle's eyes. A flash of panic that disappeared as quickly as it came. I told myself I was reading too much into it. She was probably just embarrassed by the joke, but that look stuck with me. That night, lying in bed, I couldn't stop thinking about her reaction. The way the color drained from her face, the slight tremor in her voice when she laughed it off. I kept telling myself it was nothing, but my brain wouldn't let it go. The next day, I ordered a DNA test kit online. I told myself I was just proving a point, shutting down her ridiculous family superiority complex once and for all. It arrived 2 days later in discreet packaging. I felt stupid even opening it, like I was being paranoid over nothing. During Emma's bath time that evening, I swabbed her cheek while she played with her rubber ducks. She didn't even notice. Danielle was downstairs making dinner. I sealed the sample, filled out the paperwork, and mailed it the next morning on my way to work. Then I waited. 2 weeks of trying to act normal while this test hung over my head. Danielle didn't suspect anything. She kept making her little comments about Emma's talents coming from her side. Each one felt like a needle now. The email came on a Tuesday afternoon. I was sitting in my car outside work, about to head in for a meeting. "Your DNA test results are ready." I clicked the link, entered my password, and watched the page load. Probability of paternity, 0%. I read it 3 times. Then I read the explanation paragraph below it. Then I stared at my steering wheel for 20 minutes, trying to process what I was seeing. Cars pulled in and out of spaces around me. People walked past. Everything felt surreal. When I finally drove home, my hands were shaking on the wheel. I walked through the front door and found Danielle in the kitchen making spaghetti, humming along to music playing from her phone. Emma was in the living room watching cartoons. Everything looked so normal, so perfect. I pulled out my phone, opened the results, and held it in front of Danielle without saying a single word. She glanced at the screen, and I watched her face crumble in real time. The spatula fell from her hand and clattered into the sink. She grabbed the counter to steady herself. Then came the tears. "It was one time," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I swear it was just once. I was going to tell you." The words tumbled out between sobs. Turns out, Emma's real father was her ex-boyfriend Marcus, the one she'd always claimed she hadn't spoken to in years. The same Marcus whose name came up every time she needed to run errands on Saturday mornings. Her family group chat has been silent ever since, and I filed for divorce that same night.